I've got a goal for you. My goal is that after watching this, you'll double the number of internet leads that you've been closing in the next 3 days. Okay. And then as we start, I know what you've been told. Texting is the way to go. Everyone opens their text messages. They're kind of right. A lot of people do open their text messages to see who sent what. What you're not being told is nearly 100% of buyers are having a verbal conversation before they ever buy. So you've got to pick up the phone. I know that phone gets heavy at times. You've got to pick the phone up. And just to make sure everybody knows, there are only 3 reasons people buy. I know you know a lot of this stuff, but some of this, it's going to be different than what you've heard before. Anyway, a customer has to like your product. They've got to like your product, which is the brand that you're selling. And I'm sure that you've heard about the second thing. They've got to like and trust you. And they've got to like the dealership that you're in, the business, the company that you're working for. If any of those things aren't met, they'll still buy, but only if the price is low enough. So you give up the profit, get a little commission, and they'll buy. And that sucks because the race to the bottom always sucks when you're in sales. You're the dealer principal. It's a horrible way of doing business. So, lead killers. Got to address a couple of things. Biggest things out there. The number one lead killer out there. And a lead, I know everybody knows what it is, but a lead comes from Cycle Trader, from the manufacturer, Kawasaki, Honda, Triumph, Aprilia, whoever it is. Those are leads. Oh, Facebook. They say that the biggest lead killer? Speed, lack of speed. They say salespeople are too slow. That's what customers say. That's what I say too. You ever experience that? Say a coffee shop, the drive-through, McDonald's drive-through, doctor's office. You go too slow, people don't like you. So that's the number one killer. Oh, yeah, I got to show you this one too. The odds of what? The odds of connecting with a lead decrease by over 10 times within the first hour. That's how important it is to have speed in this business. Okay. Now, what was I? Oh, yeah, the second lead killer. We say the wrong things. That doesn't always mean that you said the wrong thing. It could be the autoresponder, the email that your dealership sends out that didn't have a good copywriter, or nobody in the dealership ever read the email that they're sending out. So what's the goal with an internet lead? Well, the first goal is to be the first to have a conversation. That's the goal with an internet lead. That's it. Get them to hear your voice, not to respond to your email, your text message. It's to get them to hear a voice, your voice. But oftentimes the first thing that an internet buyer experiences is to read an email or a text message, right? And it's typically an email that looks about like this. Have you seen the 99% email before? If yours looks like this, get rid of it, change it. It says the wrong thing. It's the same as 99% of the other dealers out there that aren't selling enough. So what's it say? Thank you for contacting us. If you can see closely enough here, this one still shows some the branding is coming from Dealer Spike via SingGrid. So this dealer, this email is a Honda Powerhouse dealer. I know who the dealer is. Hopefully they get that fixed soon. It's so easy. Yeah, but first thing here, well, let's see. This is a good automated email right here. Okay? Right there is something that's automated. It sounds like it's coming from a real person. Like the salesperson just typed it. That's what you want. Okay. Now, you can do this in 5 steps. What I'm going to share with you. It takes less than 5 minutes. Most of the time, you can do it under 3. You get good at it. Well, then you automate it too. But when that lead shows up in your inbox, an autoresponder already went out. It should have. If it looks like the one that I just showed you, stay until the end. I'm going to give you some good ones. Your first step is to call the lead if there's a phone number. You don't have time to do any research, can't check your inventory or get a drink of water. Dial the number, pick up the phone. Now, yeah, that's what you have to do. There's some people out there that say, well, you should check in the CRM, find out if they're in there. Well, it might be okay if you got the CRM right in front of you, but time is not on your side. What else could you do? Well, you could do a little research, find out, do I have it in stock? What they want? What's the email say? No, you don't have time for that. You don't. Now, if they don't answer, you call. Step number 1, you call. They don't answer. Leave a short voicemail and move to step 2. Okay? That's what you do. Then send a text message. And it needs to be short and precise. No stock numbers, year, make, model. Hey, you're calling about the 2025 Honda Sierra 450 RXC. It's red, and yeah, I have it in stock. No, don't do that. It's just a quick, hey, it's Tommy at ABC Motorsports. I left it's Tommy at ABC. What am I doing? The text message. Yeah, the text message. It's Tommy at ABC Motorsports. And I left a voicemail about that email you sent over. I'll try back in a minute. And that's it. That's all you do. That's all you need to do. Step 3. Now it's your personal email, which you should have a short templated email that's ready to go. Don't overthink it. Send the email. It takes a little bit longer than it's happening right now. Like, I'm doing this in seconds. It takes you a minute, and then a minute for step 2, step 3, another minute. So step 4, it's another text. And I'm going to show these to you here in a second. This is a warning shot. It's a, hey, I sent you an email just now. I'm going to call again, but I wanted to warn you so you'll pick up the phone. It's me, Tommy. Finally, it's that second call. You've got to make another call. Since they didn't answer the first call, you know what to do. It's the same thing. If you don't, then, well, no. I'm going to give you everything I'm talking about here, okay? So, why does this work? Well, why does it work? Because you just annoyed the heck out of them. I mean, geez, you emailed them, you called them, you texted them, you emailed them, you did all this stuff, right? I mean, that's got to have something to do with it, but it also works because most salespeople and dealerships are so darn slow getting back to anybody. There's quite a few dealerships that never even get back to their leads or even their customers. That's why this works so well. We're just getting back to people quickly, speed. And they like that. Some people think they're going to get mad, like salespeople. We think they're going to get mad that it's disrespectful, being annoying, but it turns out a lot of customers are really entertained by it. Then they'll tell you that you're the 3rd or 4th place they've contacted, and you're the only one that's reached out. So they're not going to get mad at you. Okay? What's next? Now, step 1. Oh, yeah. Earn the right. Step 1. So it goes like this. You call. Okay? You pick up the phone and call. That's what you have to do. Now, if you do, what? No, back to saying the wrong things. Just don't say the wrong things. Yeah, I'm on the right slide. Just don't say the wrong things. Okay? If you do, your customer, what are they going to do? Typically go straight to price and ask you, hey, what's your best out the door price? You got to make it all about them. That's what you have to do. So you've got to stay on track. You get control of this, get control of the sale. Now, this is if they answer the phone. Hopefully, they answer the phone. This works for tough price shoppers, A-type personalities, laydowns, cash buyers, finance buyers, people with trades, and people that want a premium for their trades. It works for everybody. There is no one this does not work for. Write that down and look at it often. Make it about them, about the customer, about the lead. It's about earning the right to ask them to buy. The way that you do that is by asking some questions that matter. And it would go something like this. When they pick up the phone, tell them who you are. It's the first thing you got to do. Hey, this is Tommy at ABC Motorsports. Is this John? And then you pause. They're going to say yes or no. I'm probably going to say yes. You emailed with some questions, John, about X model. Have you got 2 minutes right now? Pause. Great. They're going to say, yeah, they've got 2 minutes. That's why we say 2 minutes. They're going to say yes to it. You say 20 minutes. No, they're not going to have 20 minutes. They don't want to talk for 20 minutes, but you pause and they say, yeah, I've got a couple of minutes right now. Great. That motorcycle you asked about, have you ridden one yet? You haven't. What have you got now? How long have you had that? How do you like it? Did you get it new or used? Man, it sounds like it's a good one. Have you been to our store before? No. Now, where are you located, John? Okay. You're only a couple of hours away. You really need to sit on this bike, maybe take it for a ride, see what you think. How soon could you be here, now or later on today? That's how it goes. Now, at first, if you're not doing it like that, it's going to be uncomfortable, but that's how my conversations might go. I'm not going right to price. I'm not telling him how his credit is or asking him how his credit is. If he's a cash buyer, or I'm not going to act like I'm a lame duck on the phone. I'm not, you know, the biggest thing that I hear salespeople do is they'll talk to a customer and there's silence, or there's, I'm not going to do that. You can't do that. Everything I'm asking matters. It's real stuff that matters. I am earning the right to ask this person to buy. It's just a few minutes of him telling me what he owns or doesn't own, if he likes to buy new or used, and just some information I need to know in order to build some value and convert this internet lead into a paying customer. You ask these questions, they answer them. It comes across as if you care, because you do, but they're also telling you how to sell them, what they like, what they don't like, how to sell them. Okay. But if they didn't answer the phone, didn't answer my call, I'm going to send a quick text. It just says something like, hey, it's Tommy at ABC Motorsports. You emailed about a motorcycle. I left you a voicemail. I'll try again in a bit. Call me if you've got 2 minutes. From my experience, you're going to get 1 to 3 out of every 10 people to pick up the phone and call you before you get a hold of them, because they're getting the hint. They've got a professional. Nobody else will talk to them. They won't. They will not talk to them. So now, what's a good email? Here's a good email right here. This is a pretty good email. So right after I send my text, now I send my first email. Remember, they got the autoresponder, but I have to send my email from myself. So right after I send my text, I send this email, something like this. You just copy and paste or keep it as a template. But the last thing you want to do right now is have to type an email or think about what you're going to type. This one is just kind of one-on-one sounding. I think the subject line, I can't quite see it. I think the subject line says something like your quote is ready. But this one is just kind of one-on-one sounding. It doesn't come across like I'm using AI or sending a letter to my mom. Pretty much everything I write always starts with, hey, if you're on my subscriber list, my newsletter list, or if I text you, hey, then I with this guy, with the customer, I'm going to move over into something like, I got your email about that motorcycle. It's still here. Have you got room in your garage? You asked about price. It's normally $30,000 and it's on sale for 29 right now, plus the fees they always come with. Since I don't know where you're from, what's your tax rate? I've also got a couple of others that you might be interested in. I called and left a voicemail. I texted to. I'll try calling again in a sec. Answer it when you see my number. It'll just take 2 minutes. Still no response. Well, after I send that, it's not like all the others out there. Like it's got a little bit of personality to it. That's what I'm doing, letting him know or her know they're talking to a real person. And yeah, I am a professional. I'm not putting the stock number and all that crap. I'm trying to get a conversation going. I'm letting them know they've got the right person. They've got somebody that can have a conversation because they would like to talk to somebody, but they're afraid to. I'll get into that here in a minute. Okay. So now, I sent that to him. Okay. And I'm going to try calling again here in a second, but I've got to text him again. I'm going to send them a warning text. It's like a warning shot. Boom. Hey, I'm coming back. Okay. So what I'll text them, hey, it's me, Tommy. I'm going to call in 60 seconds. If you've got 2 minutes, pick up. If not, let me know when you will. We'll talk later. And that's it. That's all I'm doing right there. And I'm just doing this within minutes. Okay. Now, I'll tell you what's going on here and why this works. Look, people have expectations, right? Okay, let's see. I'm going to kill this share. Stop that share right there. Yeah. So, just me now. But people have expectations. We've all got them. And so often we're let down. Our customers, they've got expectations and they're all over the place. But like some are high, some are low. But there's a lot of buyers that have lowered their expectations because of bad experiences from what they've heard, what they've personally experienced, right? They've put a label on salespeople or dealerships. And this is where you're labeling yourself, creating your own label. But you've got to do what you can to start that conversation. Once that conversation has started, hopefully you've got selling skills that you've practiced. And then your selling skills come into play. You've got to have those next. Now, anyone that wants any of the content that I just talked about in here, it's going to be available in a link underneath this. It's free. Just click on the link and it's yours. If you like this, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. If you've got a subject that you want covered, then let me know in the comments. Watch my schedule in case I'll be in your area. I'm all over the country. If you're a dealer, you want some motivation and skills in your dealership, reach out. We'll see.